What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to replace the spark plugs out of this T24A-FTS engine. Now, this engine will be used in a variety of Toyota vehicles, so you might as well learn how to do it now because these spark plugs are required every 40,000 miles. Now, to start off, I'm going to unplug all 4 ignition coil connectors. Once I finish unplugging my connectors, I got this little tab right here at this end. And then down here in the middle, there's another release tab. This will kind of hold the engine harness together. So you want to try to free up the harness as much as you can because you want to try to get to the 8mm bolts that's holding the ignition coils on. So right when I free up this harness, it will kind of allow me to get my ratchets in there and get my extension. So I'm going to unplug the fuel rail pressure sensor connector. And you can see the harness is starting to flex a little bit more. All you want to do is try to give yourself as much room as possible. And then I got the cam sensor wire disconnected. As you can see, the harness is freed up. Now I'm able to access the 8mm bolts that's holding on the ignition coil to the valve cover. So that's all I want to do here is just try to free up this harness as much as I can. With the help of a 1/4" ratchet and an 8mm deep socket, I'm going to reach down in there and break all 8mm bolts loose that's holding on the ignition coils to the valve cover. And once I break them loose, I go in there with my hand and then just take out the 8mm bolts. Now, I'm just doing this by hand to show you guys it's possible. You don't need any fancy air ratchets or any power tools. Once I break them loose, I can just undo them by hand. Now I got the bolts out, now it's time to remove the ignition coils. But doing this job, because this was my first one, I quickly realized I don't have enough room to get the ignition coils out. The harness doesn't actually flex enough for me to make room to get the ignition coil out. So what I have to do is disconnect the oxygen sensor or the air fuel ratio sensor. By disconnecting the air fuel ratio sensor, this harness actually moves out the way completely. As you can see now, all 4 ignition coils are exposed. So next time I do this job, I'm probably going to do that first before I even start breaking the bolts loose. As you can see, all ignition coils are exposed. And now I'm able to pull each one of them out individually with ease, with no issues. Now to remove the spark plugs themselves, I like to use a 3/8 flex head ratchet with an extension and a 14mm socket. If you don't have a spark plug socket, the 14mm will work as well. Same concept. I like to break them all loose with my ratchet, and then I like to undo them by hand. Of course, I can get an air tool in there, an air ratchet, and zip them all out, but I like control, so I do everything by hand. Now, with the help of a pocket screwdriver with a magnetic tip, I'm gonna use that to get the spark plugs out. Now, I could have just used my spark plug socket because it would actually attach itself to the socket and with a little bit of tension, so I wouldn't need any magnet. But just for the purpose of this video, I wanted to show you guys if you don't have a 14, or if you don't have a spark plug socket and all you have is a 14mm, make sure you have a magnet, and that will work as well. And here is the new spark plug that we are installing. It's always a good idea to check the spark plug gap to make sure it's not too big or too small, because if the spark plug gap is too big or too small, you can have a misfire. Now, notice the way I'm installing the spark plug. I'm not just dropping them inside of the cylinder tube, because if it makes a hard landing and the impact is great enough, that can actually damage the tip of the spark plug and you can have a misfire. Notice how I use my index finger to hold the spark plug against the cylinder tube so it can make a soft landing. You don't want to just let the spark plug drop down because, again, you can damage the tip. Now, if you have a spark plug socket, you don't have to worry about trying this method because the spark plug socket would actually hold down to the spark plug. So that way you can install it and make its way down inside of the cylinder tube. So you wouldn't need to worry about using this method. But only if you don't have a spark plug socket, you can use your index finger, let it rest against the cylinder tube, and that way you don't have to worry about damaging the spark plug themselves. Once I get all the spark plugs in, I go back in with my 3/8 ratchet to tighten it down. I'm just not a fan of using power tools to do a spark plug job because I'm so scared of damaging the threads on the cylinder head, and once that happens, you're in big trouble. From here on out, I'm going to install my ignition coils back. So at this point, everything is being done in reverse order of removal. So you just want to make sure you get the orientation correctly. Just install your ignition coils back on. And then next, we're going to get ready to install our 8mm bolts. Again, starting the 8mm bolts by hand, I would rather take an extra few seconds than to use a power tool and damage the threads or the bolts. Once I'm done with that, I go back in with my 1/4" ratchet with the 8mm socket just to tighten down the bolts. And it's not too tight, guys. It's not a tire you're putting back on. It's just bolts for ignition coils. And then after, I'm just going to do a double check to make sure the ignition coils are not loose. Now it's time to lay the engine harness right back on top of the ignition coils that we freed up earlier. And we're just going to line up the tabs that we released earlier just to secure it and make sure it's connected. And you just want to take your time. You don't need to rush. Like I said, there's 2 tabs, one on the outer end and then one towards the center of the valve cover. Make sure it's nice and secure, and then start making your way to connect the connectors back. And it's so hard to get them mixed up and crossed because the engineers do a good job of not mixing up the connectors. So remember your air-fuel ratio sensor. Make sure you connect that back up, because if you try to start the car with it disconnected, you'll have all kind of lights on, and that's not what you want. So you're going to plug your cam sensor connector back in, ignition coil number 1, and then you have ignition coil number 2. And don't forget your fuel rail pressure sensor. Make sure you plug that back in. Otherwise, you will have drivability issues. Now you have ignition coil number 3. And last but not least, ignition coil number 4. And that's all she wrote. So that's what's involved in doing a spark plug job out of the T24A-FTS engine. Now, this engine will be used in a variety of Toyota vehicles, so you might as well learn how to do it now if your vehicle has one. I hope you guys found this video informative, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.